Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Monday, September 2nd, 2024. I've made a video also in English last week, Monday, and to announce that I'm going to make changes to my channel and what I do in my videos. I will, of course, look at news. In this video, I will look at some news as well, but I'm not going to focus on it anymore. I'm just going to see what I find interesting and I will make a video if I feel like it. I'm still going to do videos about the energy of countries, but I'll just see when I feel like that as well. And I also want to focus on becoming aware of things. So I talked about spirituality, but someone mentioned in underneath that video, maybe you should look at it as making aware of things, because that's what this is about. This is the Great Awakening, that we become aware of ourselves. I want to thank everyone that responded to my English videos, because that actually made me realize I'd like to continue with my English videos. So I'm going to do that as well. So if I make a video, I'm going to make an English video as well. See what resonates, of course, with you, and if you enjoy this kind of content. It's going to be different. I still have to find my way. Also on my Telegram channel, I'm just not going to fill it with all kinds of news. Some news I will, put out there and share, and other things I just see how it goes. I still have to kind of figure out my way in this. But the things I want to talk about in this video is about the freedom of speech and the attack on the freedom of speech. So many things happening right now. First thing I want to take a look at is Brazil, that have blocked X. So Twitter is now blocked, and of course Elon is not very happy with this, and he's actually going to share the things the judge did. That's name is, I think, Alexander de Moraes. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Otherwise, I'm sorry about that. But that's the judge that actually blocked X. And they want, of course, full control over X. He's not working alongside with him. So Brazil has made this decision. And of course, Elon is now going to announce and share all kinds of things that this judge has done that is not very legal under Brazil laws. And it has to do with voting as well. He was also mentioning this as well. So this could be very, very interesting what will be coming out of that. But the cards I've got, the first card is the Tower card. The central card is the Sun card. Then underneath that, as also an influence, we have the Judgment card. So I hope you can see it a little bit like this. The Sun, Tower, Sun, Judgment card. And this is in the past. That's the Ten of Swords. And then for the future, we have the Devil card and the Seven of Swords. And this is really trying to get away with things. The dark energies are trying to regain control over everything. And we do know with X, a lot of things have changed when Elon purchased it. He has removed all kinds of algorithms that were, making sure only certain information were shared. And now they're trying to regain control. It's not going to happen. It is falling apart. The old system is completely crashing. And this is really about shining a light and awakening people. Show them what is going on and make them aware of what's been going on for a very long time. Of course, here this concerns Brazil, but this concerns around the world. This is really about the manipulation, the changing of all the information, purposely confusing people. It's now being shown. So the light is shown on what has been going on, all these dark energies. So that is what's going on in Brazil. I think this is very interesting, and this will just bring more to the forefront. And I think a lot of interesting things are going to come out about this. Well, this wasn't the only thing happening with the freedom of speech, because of course the one that made Telegram was also well, let's just say in France, he was apparently set foot on France and they immediately kind of collected him. So he's now, I think, on bail. He's now actually awaiting trial, what's going to happen there. That was very interesting because there were a few things I actually saw. First of all, this was a message from Storm Rider. I think that's also very interesting information, and that really is about that if he wanted to leave France, which he's now out on bail. I also saw a message that he's actually walking on the Champs-Élysées. They actually made some pictures. He's just walking on the Champs-Élysées. That should tell you something. Obviously the man is terrified if he's out in the open. But in the message of Storm Rider, it actually explains that if he wanted to leave, he would have left by now. So this is done on purpose. And they're actually mentioning that Macron is most likely a triple agent. So he was placed there by the dark energies, but he's now kind of switching and turning and actually really messing around with everything that's going on there. Just like Mr. B is, of course, in America, completely crashing the corporation of the United States of America. That was most likely the role of Macron for France, and let's say he's done an incredible job doing that. He really messed up with France and the corporation of France, and I think that was his role as well. I'm actually going to take a look at Macron as well, but I first want to take a look at the situation with Telegram and of course trying to get access. What is this about? Well, we have some interesting, let's see, I have to change one card here because one card returned in this card reading, and of course a very suitable card. But first of all, we have the Seven of Cups, so there's a lot of confusion going on, but at the same time we have the Ace of Swords, and to me this feels like a yes to also the information I was just reading about from Storm Rider. I do believe this is purposely done in this way to get truth out there, to cut the confusion of what is going on. Then we have the other influence on the central card, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and in the past we have the Empress, and to me this always feels like very similar energies. These are both feminine energy, especially the Empress, and I think that is what we need to return to, the balance of the how to say this, the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine. And with all the information and all the twisting and turning they've done to all the information, it's more focused on, you know, the more masculine, and then I'm talking about the toxic side of masculinity and trying to confuse people, trying to program them, and this is all making sure that it gets out in the open. And then for the near future, the future, we have the Seven of Wands, and again we have the Great Awakening card, the Judgment card, and this is really about awakening people. I do believe that the founder of Telegram is in far better position. He doesn't have to worry. That's why he's probably walking around the Champs-Élysées like, yeah, it's going to work out just fine. And I do believe that the white hats are in a way better position than what the dark energies are doing. I think that the white hats are taking over more and more and starting to, you know, really create chaos for the dark energies, and you can just see the panic in all the things that are trying to do. And this just helps people to become aware of these things, create awareness. That's why the Judgment card. So I think this is all put in motion on purpose. And the other reading I want to take a look at is, of course, Macron. What is the energy of Macron? I thought that was very interesting. Is he really like a double, triple, whatever agent? To me, it feels like he is. But I just wanted to take a look at his energy. Well, we have the Death card. We've got the central card, the Three of Wands, and underneath the Three of Wands, we've got the Page of Cups. In the past, we have again the Queen of Pentacles, which is very interesting. And for the near future, we have the Nine of Swords and again the Empress. So this is all, it has a similar energy to this. This is about waking people up and about returning the balance, restoring the balance. And I also did a video about a book about Atlantis, where through hypnosis people are looking back at Atlantis, figuring out especially the last stage of Atlantis. And there is so much similarity of what we are going through right now, and that it's really about balancing that sacred feminine energy and the sacred masculine energy. That is really what is going on right now, and that we can make different choices. It's interesting that it's popping up in this reading as well. With Macron, I think he is really watching and see. I do believe that he's already been taking over. If this is the original or not, I don't think so, but see what resonates for you. He's of course playing his role, but everything is ending. I think he is purposely making sure it all ends and collapses. It's going to be still frightening, so I do think there's going to be some fear. Maybe some things are coming out. Maybe it seems like they're actually going to get somewhere, but this is really about restoring everything, and ultimately this is not going to go anywhere. But I do believe that for a while it may seem like this is going to be, you know, this big trial with all these things happening, and I do think that it will be scary for some people. There will be some fear there related to it. Let's see. I actually also looked at things with my how do you call this again? Pendulum, I think. Is that a correct word? We call it pendel in Dutch, but I'm sure most people will recognize what this is. And I actually asked a few questions. I did that at the end of my Dutch video, but it is related to actually Telegram because a lot of people are using it. I'm using it. And I'll show you first of all, what is a yes? That's a yes. What is a no? As you can see, that's moving side to side. To me, that's a no, and that is a yes. Could be different for different people. Always check with the what you're using with the pendel. And can I ask questions again? Yes. Okay. My question was, is Telegram really, is it going to be awful? Is it going to be a disaster? Will it affect Telegram? I'm getting a no. It will not affect Telegram because a lot of people are now fearful. Is it going to be used in any way, Telegram, against people? No. I also asked a question. A friend of mine told me if that apparently the military have taken over Telegram already. Is that correct? Have the military taken over? I get a yes. So you don't have to be fearful about that at all. You can just use it like you've always used it. That's just creating fear. So let's see the last thing that has to do with the Netherlands, because apparently we have a new law that is from October 1st, that apparently if you want to talk about certain things that happened against humanity and you doubt certain things, and I think most people will understand what I'm talking about, there's been some doubts about things that happened in the past that were, awful things against humanity, and people want to talk about that, want to investigate that. Well, that's not possible anymore. And there's even, I think, a fine, or even you can be thrown into jail if you talk about that. So what's going on? Well, I just want to take a look. Let's see. I've got a card I've already used before. Ah, there it is. Then I always use my small cards if I used it before, and then I'll change it back to the bigger card. Well, this is one of the cards. I see there's another card used as well. Let's see where, oh, there it is. So this is for the Netherlands. What's going on with that new law that is coming into play or into action? Well, we've got the Six of Cups. It's to do with children as well. We have the Hermit and the Two of Cups. So this is the central card. These are the influences on the central card. In the past, we have the Hanged Man. And then for the future, we have the Ace of Swords and the Tower. So to me, this feels like, again, bringing new truths out. And this will collapse the system even further because it's now so obvious. I do believe that there's things about children coming out as well. Of course, in the Netherlands, we have cases people are not allowed to talk about as well. That concerns children, has to do with the people in the the legal system and connections. They're not allowed to talk about that anymore, but I think things will come out more and more. And this is about people looking inside of themselves for the truth and not outside of themselves anymore, not outside with all these information. Most of it is twisted, is turned, and then people start listening to what really fits with them, what really resonates. It's about bringing back balance again. So again, this brings things in motion again. This puts things in perspective again. There's so much happening here. It's just, it's all connected. I believe they are really now looking at this side of the media and of course also the alternative or independent media things there. Some of them is also manipulated, and it's really about finding your own truth and following that, balancing things, the sacred feminine with the sacred masculine. And for the future, we have the Ace of Swords and the Tower collapsing, new truths. I think I already mentioned that, but you know, I've had a lot of cards today, so I just want to make sure that I don't forget anything. And that's what this is about. New truths coming in, and it's necessary first to break the old system, to show the old system, shine light on that system, and then it can truly collapse. It will crumble with the truth coming out. So that's what I want to talk about. I hope to see you in another video. Bye.